Good afternoon. I'm Brent Wilsey, and yes, it's Friday. Time for that weekly post that we do every Friday. Big news today on Tesla. Their stock fell nearly 14% after they were charged. Actually, Elon Musk was charged by the SEC. Big news here.
Oh, he's charged for fraud, and it relates back to that tweet that he posted about funding secured, and we think it's just
Right.
that it happened.
And you know, Chase, what puzzles me is he was offered a settlement. I do not understand why he didn't take that settlement, because of fact, I thought it was a pretty good deal, but I think I know it with his ego.
Oh, of course. I mean, if you look at the settlement here from the SEC, there was a nominal fine for it. You can see here, he would have been 2 years removed as chairman. And also, Elon, as we know, he likes to have control. Well, he would have had to put on 2 new independent directors. I'm sure he didn't like that.
Didn't like that at all. And again, he had a chance. And again, we know without him, the company doesn't really have the name, I think, as part of it. He says he wants to do what's best for his shareholders, but he's really, I think, messing up here. Don't forget he has, from the Department of Justice investigation, also other civil lawsuits. He's got, factories trying to build cars. I mean, this man, he's going to, I believe, break under pressure. A lot of pressure coming down on him.
Oh, a lot of pressure. And the reason I say it's just, I mean, people say, it was just a tweet. Well, think about all these people that have the civil lawsuits that were short selling the stock. I mean, they lost a lot of money. I mean, you're not thinking about the other side of it. It was really wrong what he did.
Yeah, and again, he really made things up, so to speak, is when he kind of looked deep in there.
I think he fabricated the words a little
probably a little bit better. But
over-embellished.
But also, too, on top of all that, on top of everything going on, we keep reminding you he has $1.8 billion in debt due before November 2019. We're going to break that down for people because it's amazing, and I start laughing when we do these numbers. But go ahead.
I mean, we'll take a closer look at that debt again. That's a lot of money coming due. And I want to point out first, year to date, they're cash flow negative. They've burned through over $500 million of cash flow. So you're taking on debt. How are you going to repay that debt before November 2019? Talking about those numbers coming due. Weirdest thing Tesla does, they use convertibles. And without spending too much time on it, convertibles means you either get your money back or you convert to the stock price if the stock price is above where your conversion price is.
Right.
Looking at the numbers, a little strange. First one coming due is November 2018, about $230 million worth. Conversion price, $560.64. Not close to that.
Wait, that's the stock price that you need to convert at. Just make people realize that's the stock price he's talking about.
So that means they're going to need to convert they're going to take that $230 million back. They're not going to convert to stock. The big one, March 2019, $920 million worth of debt coming due. Conversion price for that, $359.87. That one's maybe a little more manageable, but I don't see how the stock gets there and stays there through March. And then the last remaining one is November 2019, and this is the one you're talking about, laughable. $566 million worth of debt coming due. Hold your breath here. Conversion price, $759.36.
And we double check that. That came from Forbes. So we're not making these numbers up. It came from Forbes. And I did have check. I said, are you sure that's the number? And it is the number. I mean, even the 500, we're $100 away from the 300. And so, I mean, they're a major problem, these convertibles. I think they're going to start coming up even more and more on top of everything else that's coming up with this company.
And the big thing you have to remember, what were his promises for Q3? Cash flow positive, positive earnings, no need for new funding. I don't see how this company doesn't need new funding with these major debts coming due within the next year and a half.
Yeah, and their market cap has fallen about $42 billion now. Sears today fell below $1, looking toward bankruptcy. They'll still be worth more than Tesla would be if they were cutting that 100th. I mean, Tesla is going the same way that I think Sears will be. People are saying, oh, that's not going to happen. It is going to happen. The technology is there, but the earnings and the cash flow and the debt, it's just not adding up for business.
And if Musk is gone, that cult stock following, that love of Elon Musk, I think that stock loses a lot of allure to that price.
I think we probably should post maybe these convertibles so people can actually see them. But you know what, we went over a little bit today, but very important information to understand what is going on with Tesla. Be sure to listen to the radio show tomorrow morning on AM 760 KFMB at 8 in the morning and 5 on Sunday. Have a great weekend.